everyone, this is Angie Caney and this is my channel, Tink's Treasures, and welcome back. So this week I have a little mini haul. It's not even a haul. These are the items I just got from the last craft day on HSN. So I only got two things, but I do want to put them together. Like I knew I was going to get the Anna Griffin Floral Lattice Frame 3D die set. So let's take a look. So I would like to be able to make a couple projects with this. And the nice thing about these 3D dies now is you'll be getting, you know, your die for regular card making, but then also because these are 3D, they will be able to be used in the new gild machines. So I do want to gild with it also. So I have that. And then I got this crystal art sticker set. So this makes these beautiful flowers. And I thought, well, how nice would that be to work with Anna's new die set, and we always use flowers with Anna's cards, so I thought this would be fun to do. I've done a little bit of diamond painting in the past, not a whole lot, but I do enjoy doing it, so I wanted to try this one out. So let me open it up and see what we get. Okay, so this says this is what you're getting in the kit. So you're getting the stickers, the tray, the little pin with the wax tip on it, and then these items here, a storage bag, your crystals, and it says jelly wax ×2. So I need to look in here and see what we get. So here's our little mini tray and our little tool to pick up. Now I have a few different ones. They might need new wax on them, so maybe I might be able to do that with what's included. But then here is our stickers. So these look like it's 100% labeled with for the diamond sequins. I wasn't sure if maybe, like, say the leaves weren't diamond but just the flowers, but it looks like the whole thing. So I look forward to doing that. Here's your instruction sheet or idea sheet, your little guide, and then all your sequins. Now I heard someone refer to these as drills. I'm not quite sure. I haven't heard that before, but I haven't done that much, so this is still kind of new to me. So this is what I have so far, and I want to start working on this, and then I'll put a project together. Okay, welcome back. I'm Angie Caney, and this is my channel, Tink's Treasures. And for this part of the project, I have two ideas for cards to work on, and I may only get to one part in this video, in which I'll make a second one depending on how the process goes. But let me show you what I have to work with. So this is the new Floral Lattice Concentric Frames 3D dies from Anna, and I just got them, I think it was earlier this week, and I haven't got to make anything with it yet, but this is my plan. So everyone on the crafting socials has been making this card with this folder, the Matelassé folder from Anna Griffin. And I went through my stash, and lo and behold, I have it. So it is my plan to work with this today. These are my colors. So I was going through, and the foil is from Recollections. And then these are two of Anna's different paper lines One is from the basket cardstock, and that is this. And what is that? Oh yeah, hey look, it matches the Matelassé. So I figured I'd work that in. And then also this pretty purple floral, and this came out of the Garden Party paper pad, which I got at Hobby Lobby eons ago. So I was very excited to be able to work with that. So this is my inspiration for the card. And then moving on, if I get to the second card in this video, I also got from the last HSN Craft Day the Crystal Art sticker set of all these different florals, and I thought how beautiful would that be to work with one of Anna's cards. And I have a little show and tell for as I was going through, and I did a few on camera. I'm not sure if it's going to be part of this video or not, but then I want to put with it the Antique Greetings postcard and embellishment stickers that come with all these flowers. So I already have an idea pulled aside from that. Where did I put that? So I haven't quite got to the full effect yet, but this is my inspiration for that. So we'll see how far I get, but I want to get started on this because I love to be able to combine things. You get a 2-for-1. So that's what I'm going to do with this card and the embossing folder. So this is actually just going to be the base of my card. And I'm going to draw some inspiration from Joanne Sinclair. Thank you very much, Joanne, for all your beautiful work. I'm going to make an easel card and use this as part of the patchwork for the Matelassé card. So I only need a piece that will fit for this. And I'll do 2 just to have a background piece for the top of the card. And then this strip would make a nice border somewhere. And then this one, I only want a piece big enough for the embossing folder. And then I'm going to accent it, or at least see how the accent goes with this color. And you know, it's been so long that I've used an embossing folder, and I don't even know if I've done it with, since I've got the Empress. And so I think I just need to take out my magnetic mat, and it should be able to run through. I hope I'm right. Ooh, look at that. There she is. Okay, so I'm going to run this piece through, and this will be my accent piece. So I'm just deciding how to cut this out. If I could use my trimmer or if I need to do it by hand. And I have a feeling I need to do it by hand. And it didn't emboss as clearly, I feel like, on this edge versus this edge. But I think that'll be okay. So if you can see this, there's a row of dots and then the raised line. I'm going to go in between. And this is double-sided, so it can easily be flipped over and you can get two patterns out of that, which I might see how that looks. So leave in the comments below which one you like. I'm going to flip it over and see how it looks just as one, or if you like it every other pattern, or if you like it all the floral. Because I have a feeling I'm going to lean towards the floral. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it with the floral. And then I'll just glue these on. But let me know what you think in the comments if I should have left it half and half. So I'm going to glue these on. I'm going to leave it, but technically I didn't have to cover that one. Okay, so this is my plan where it's going to sit behind the paper. So just trying to decide what part to show. What will you get the most out of? And I think it's going to be this right here. So right to the edge. So there's our background. And then I want to use this foil. And then we'll need this cutting die to cut out the center so that we can see through. Okay, so look at that. Okay, we should be able to start building our card from here. So that's our background. And this is our bottom background, so that's how it'll sit. Oh, and I do need to cut, and I think I'll use, well, I want to use this just because it's double-sided. I do have this which would match, but it's not double-sided. I don't know. Tell me what you guys do when you get to this predicament of what you choose. I think I'm going to go with that just because it's going to match when you stand it up. Or I guess I could cut two and just put them together. It's a little stiff to bend back and forth, but I think you can work it. Okay, so I'm gonna raise this up, give it a little dimension. So for my easel part, since it's a little stiff, well, I would do this regardless, but this one is stiff. I'm going to use adhesive and wet glue. And then I'm just going to eyeball that in the center. Okay, I'm going to give that a minute to set. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I have it clipped together just to let it sit. And while that sits and dries, I've pulled out a few scraps that I want to make my stopper with. So this was the cutout piece. I'm going to use this. It just fits. And then the piece that would sit on top right here, I'm going to use this scrap. And then if I had a sentiment to stamp, you could put it here, maybe not on foil, but another cardstock. But I'm going to leave the sentiment off on the inside. This will just be a pretty stopper. And then as I was gluing this and setting it up to dry, I went through and pulled out some embellishments. So I should be able to let go of these. And I want to grab my sleeve that I've been using to design cards, front of the card. So you may have seen me use this before. I like to do it to get the placement of my embellishments. So I pulled some out of the antique postcard set. And then I have a sentiment from my stash. So these are the pieces I have to work with, and I was kind of thinking something like this. Now this one's not a sticker. I'm always perplexed on, is it a sticker or is it not a sticker? I'm pretty sure this one is not. So if I put that about here to start with, and I'm pretty sure this is a sticker. And so since I have this kind of bigger piece, I'm going to cover this part up. So I'm not covering up so much of my hard work here in the center. And then maybe this one over here somewhere. And then this came out of the postcard set. I know this one is a sticker. And this bow. Now it's kind of hanging off the edge here, so I think I'm going to raise this up. And I picked it more so just because it's purple, it matches. And I think that would hang there nicely. So I'm gonna now I know Anna says also you can put adhesive down here so it doesn't go anywhere, but I think that will hold it. And then I can take this out and be able to move it together so that you don't go, oh wait, where did that go? Or how was that sitting with each other? You know, this one is all stuck together. So you can just bring it over. And place it down. So this will be the front of our card. And then for the stopper, we'll add a few squares. Now you can go back in and add another sticker over this, or a stamp sentiment if you have one. And I'm trying to get that center there. And then if you had something else you could easily put there. Actually, let me do this before I finish this because I missed a step. Hold on. Okay, before we add our stopper, I'm going to go ahead and add one last piece. Now you could put this on foam squares if you want. I'm not. Okay, now we can bring back in our stopper. I'm going to put this up a, you know, I don't know, because if I do that, then I'm going to cover up most of that paper. So maybe we'll just use the smaller piece and save this. So that you can still see the paper through it. Yeah, I think I like that better. Okay, so that's it. All right, I'm not going to put the second card in this video. It will just drag on too long. But look how nice that came out with the Matelassé embossing folder, and then cutting out your pieces, adding your embellishments, and a little stopper. Now you could go back in and add more embellishments here at the bottom if you want, another saying or whatever you like. But for the moment, I'm going to leave it like this. I may go look for some other embellishments in a minute, but I'm going to call this good for now. So as we get to the end of the video, I want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It is free for you to do, but priceless to me. So until the next video, happy crafting. Bye.